Hey guys, it's Carlos from Side by Side Crew. I haven't made a video in a while, so I'm so excited to be back making a video for all of you. But today, this is what it's all about right here. I bought the Code Shooter and a Stage 3 tune through Jeffrey Performance. So that's what this video is going to be about today. By the way, if you haven't checked out Jeffrey Performance, great group of guys over there or personnel. I'll put the link in the description so you guys can check them out. You could call them, they answer the phone, they give you the whole rundown, and they answer any questions you want. So they've been great to me. So anyways, I bought the Code Shooter with the Stage 3, and that's what the video is going to be about today. Installing the tune onto my vehicle. I got a Canam X3 2020, running 33-inch tires on 33-inch Tensor tires, and doesn't feel sluggish, but can never say no to more power. So let's go ahead, let's move on to the next step. All right, guys, so to go ahead and tune, just kind of, here's the Code Shooter, connect the cable. We're gonna unplug the vehicle from here, unplug it, plug this straight into the car here. We're gonna have to turn on the ignition, and then the next is gonna have to connect it to through the Bluetooth on your phone. I'm gonna go ahead and do the step-by-step. So on here, make sure you guys download the Code Shooter app. Go ahead and download that. I already have the Code Shooter connected to the vehicle, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and start. The nice thing is it gives you step-by-step. So, you know, like it says here to connect your device to your vehicle, to the diagnostic port. So that's really cool. And turn on the ignition. Obviously you're not going to turn on the car, you're just going to turn on the ignition. So just going to push the button here, boom, turn on the car, the ignition's on. It's on eco mode. Oh, that's weird. But anyways, there it goes. So now there's a foreign device. Let's go see what happens. There it goes. Oh, one thing I will say, the battery has to be at 11 volts. So just make sure you charge the battery before you start this, because it will do that. Now I'm going to accept the terms and everything. All right, so here we go. So I already went ahead, clicked on it. I said, go for it. So on there, like I said, it does recommend that you gap the spark plugs. And the nice thing is that when you click on it, it gives you the list of all the requirements you need. Also tells you what to gap it. But again, I'm not going to gap it on this time around because I wanted to see how the car ran. And then once I gap it, I want to see if the car runs, if there's any difference. All right, so now I'm just going to let it do its thing. Now let's move on to the next one, which is going to have to do the wastegate. Or double check the wastegate. Even though it says stock, I just wanted to double check, but let's go ahead and do that. All right, first of all, this is my friend Juan. He came over to help me out. First, you need this tool. What is that thing?
It's a vacuum and pressure tester. So this one has both. It's vacuum and pressure, so it's switched on pressure. And gonna see what PSI this cracks.
And
so
then
we're just gonna pump
where do we plug it in, first of all? Into the wastegate there.
Right here.
Plug it in.
Just gonna pull this one off. It has one of those clamps on there, but you can wiggle it off.
Awesome. All right, so then the whole objective is to see as soon as this moves, right, Juan?
Yeah.
All right, so as soon as that moves, we stop giving it air.
Yeah.
And then we'll check with the pressure, right?
Yeah,
okay.
The moment you see it move.
All right, so let's go ahead and do that.
Pop that in there. Pump the pressure slowly so you can see. Keep an eye on it.
Trying to get both. Yeah, there you go.
And right around 9. You see it move? We're closer to 10, but...
Dude, it was kind of hard to see on the camera, but yeah, I do see it.
Again?
Let's do it again. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and then we'll stop as soon as it gets to the 9 pounds, just so like the camera, because it's kind of hard to see with the camera. And now I see how I struggled on YouTube to see the installations. Go ahead. Boom. I think I saw it move right there.
Just so you see it actually.
Right there. So it's hard to see it on the camera, but trust me, as soon as you see that that rod move, that's when you just double check. Obviously, we Juan released all the air, but that's when you check the gauge and you see what's the PSI on our, like I mentioned earlier, we're lucky because we don't have to make any adjustments. If you do have to make any adjustments, you're gonna have to release this nut here and tighten this rod, right, Juan? Is that how it works?
Yeah, you can spin the rod.
You spin the rod, but just be careful, obviously, releasing this nut here just so you don't bend the rod, because then if you bend the rod, then obviously you ran into some more problems. But basically that's the gist of it. As soon as you see this thing crank a little bit, that's when you'll see what the PSI, you'll look at your gauge and you see what the PSI is. But like I mentioned, I can't stress this enough, please be really careful when you're tightening this rod so you don't bend anything. But that's pretty much it. Now put everything back together and let's go do some test runs. Hey guys, if the video was helpful, please don't forget, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That kind of motivates me to keep coming out with more content. Also, if you have any suggestions on what other videos I should come out with the tune, please let me know, comment below. I will be doing some testing, comparing my X3 with my buddy's X3. They're pretty compatible cars, and just to see if this tune is worth the money before you make that purchase, and then you can go ahead and make that decision yourself. But I will be making those videos shortly. So let me know if there's anything else that you would want to see. But besides that, thanks guys.